All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers out there that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson of how alone the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video, People Are Turning to the Bible in these last days like crazy, more than ever. All right, or whatever title Yahweh Yahweh Shah sees fit, I'll use. But what made me want to do this lesson through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, I just been noticing a lot of these alternative media guys, uh, like crazy lately. Maybe in like the last couple of years. The financial guys that just deal with current events. All right, are reading scriptures like crazy, trying to break down scriptures like crazy. All right, and so on and so forth. All right, and you can just feel it in the air that more people are in these last days, like the scriptures say, the end is manifested, more than ever are turning to the scriptures, looking for answers. Basically looking for, trying to, because they know we're in the last days of the last days, and prophecies in the Bible are being fulfilled, and they're trying to get understanding, get answers. All right, and that's why they're turning to the Bible. But somebody has to guide you too, man. You can't just read the Bible, sit down and read the Bible and get the answers, which the answers are out there. Why? Because the Lord has put the Spirit on His men, which are the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, to go into these prophecies and break them down. All right, and a lot of people are watching the elders. All right, the elders of Great Millstone, and are learning. All right, but you just don't see that on YouTube, the results of that on YouTube, because YouTube is suppressing the numbers. All right, in these times right that we're in right now, man, I'm willing to say, I don't want to put a number on it, but a lot of people are watching the elders and brothers, man. A lot of people. All right, because they see what's going on and what's going down. And the elders have been speaking about these things for years. All right, and they're seeing it come to pass. All right, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai, the elders have been speaking about these things for years, and they're seeing it come to pass. So people are secretly watching the elders. All right, trying to get breakdowns, get understanding. All right, but again, you won't see the results of that on YouTube because YouTube suppresses the numbers and things like that. All right, so, and he's shadow banning the Zaquan, a lot of the Zaquanium and Akim out there. Well, all of us are being shadow banned, really. All right, that's why you have a view. You have a view, and you come back 20 minutes later, the view will be gone. Or you have a like, and you come back 20 minutes later, and the like will be gone. Or you'll have 5,000 views, and you come back, you'll be down to 2,000 on the same video. All right. So like Elder Tahar's been saying, we're being shadow banned. All right. But the people out there are watching, man, because they want answers. They know that we're in the last days of the last days. So I just did a simple Google search for how many copies of the Bible. Well, I did how many Bibles have been sold this year. It says how many copies of the Bible have been sold in 2022. All right. It says 384,615 Bibles sold per week. That's a lot. Now, I don't know the exact, because the Bible is always among the bestsellers. Well, it is the best-selling book, the greatest selling book of all time. All right. Which I believe like over 5 billion copies sold. All right. All time, or something to that effect. The Bible is always the bestseller, among the bestsellers. All right, always, and always will be. But now so more than ever, because the people see that this is it. This is it. All right, the Lord's getting ready to fulfill the rest of these prophecies in America, which is Babylon the Great in the King James Bible. That's another mystery. Everybody wants to know what Babylon is, which all the scriptures have been broken down. Babylon the Great is America. The mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. There will be a third world war. And in that war between Russia, America, NATO and the EU, Israel, Iran, all right, and certain other nations, America will be destroyed in that war. America and the land of Israel will be destroyed in that war. All right. But it says 54,945 Bibles sold every day, 2,289 Bibles sold per hour, 338 Bibles sold per minute. So that's a lot. Again, I don't know What was the? Let me see. Okay, here it is. Yeah, to see the familiar observation that the Bible is the best-selling book of all time, especially in these times. This was in 2006. The Bible is the best-selling book of the year every year, and this was in 2006. All right, but now so more than ever, man. You gotta believe now so more than ever that it's a top-selling book. All right, because now we're in the last days of the last days. This is it. All right, and again, the masses of people out there are realizing it. All right, and if you want answers, you gotta go to the King James Bible, man. All right, if you want to know the future, want to know what's coming, you gotta go to the King James Bible. And with that, somebody has to break it down to you with that, because the Lord set up teachers. All right, this is and the people out there ain't running to these other books, these other stupid ass books like in the Egyptology book or some other dumbass Islam book or the Quran. People ain't turning to that, man. People are turning to the Bible. Why? Because there's prophecies in the Bible. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 34 verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. What's the book of the Lord? The King James Bible. All right. No one of these should fail. No one of what should fail? The prophecies. And again, the people out there realizing, especially the MOTB, that's the top topic right now in the world. What the mark of the beast is, which it is the microchip technology, which will replace cash in order for you to purchase, to buy things, buy and sell things. All right. People are confused. Is it a embargo? Is it a form of Christianity? Is it something spiritual? Is it a lot of people think it's the Maxine. All right, especially when the Maxine went down, the whole thing with the Maxine went down. A lot of people were saying that that there was chips inside of the Mac. That remains to be that remains to be seen. But like the elders say, I believe also that that's just a forerunner. It was just a forerunner to get people to see, for Esau to see who would be down with the program and who wouldn't be down with the program. All right, and a lot of people, especially a lot of our people, got down with the program, man, because they got no faith in the Lord. But it says but then they still buying Bibles and say they believe in the Bible, but they went and took the Maxine. That's a whole nother subject. That's a whole nother subject. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord to read. No one of these should fail, right? None of these prophecies should fail. None shall want her mate. You can't. Again, nobody's buying the Quran like crazy. Nobody's buying. If you go to Quran sales, I bet it's next to none. I ain't even gonna look it up, but I bet it's next to none. All right. In the Egyptology book, some other stupid book, anything other book out there. Nobody's buying it. Everybody's buying the Bible. Because the Bibles have prophecy. Scriptures have prophecy in it. None should want a mate, so you can't compare the Bible to no other book. For my mouth it had commanded, and the spirit it had gathered them. All right, let's go to Isaiah 33. It's Isaiah chapter 33. Verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time. Where's the wisdom and knowledge at? In the King James Bible. All right, inside of the King James Bible, that's where the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is. All right, not in none of these other books. All right. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time and strength of thy salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Because this wisdom and knowledge is what's going to keep you stable in that time. It's going to protect you in that time. All right? It's going to protect you in that day. All right? No other book is going to help you. All right? All right? No other book out there is going to tell you what the mark of the beast is. All right? Or current events or the about these wars and rumors of wars. What's going to happen at the end of the day of it. All right? No other book out there is going to tell you that, man. All right? Only the King James Bible. And with that, again, you have to get somebody has to teach it to you. Let's get this. Acts chapter 8, verse 31. The book of Acts chapter 8, verse 31. Let's go up a little bit further. Acts chapter 8, verse 27. We'll start at verse 27. Yeah, start at 20. Yeah, 27. Acts chapter 8, verse 27. He arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, a eunuch of great authority under Candace, the queen of the Ethiopians, which this was an Israelite that dwelled in the land of Ethiopia, who had to change charge of all her treasures and had come to Jerusalem to worship. Right, why did he come to Jerusalem and worship? Because he was an Israelite that was living in another nation, living in another country. All right, and he had to come back to Jerusalem. Because after every feast, you have to come back to Jerusalem. All right, and was returning and sitting in his chariot reading Elias the prophet. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near, go near, and join thyself to his chariot. And Philip ran hither to him and heard him reading the prophet Elias, and said, Understandest what thou readest? Right, because you can read the Bible all day till you're blue in the face, but you're not going to get the understanding of it. All right, you're not going to get the understanding of it. Somebody has to break it down to you. All right, of what the scriptures is saying. That's why there's so much confusion out there. Some people are trying to get it themselves. Then some people are listening to the guys that are leading them astray. Then you got some, which is the elect. All right, which is learning the correct doctrine, which is the elders and apostles of great millstone. All right, how do you know that? Because everything the elders have been saying, going back years ago, is happening now. All right, it's happening now, and people. All right, Salakia, a lot of people are starting to realize that. All right, Salakia, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. And the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near and join thyself to his chariot. And Philip ran hither to him, and he heard him reading the prophet Elias, and said, Understandest what thou readest. Verse 31, he said, How can I, except some man should guide me? What does it mean to guide somebody? To teach them. All right, so you have to be taught by a man. That's how the Lord set it up. All right. Desired Salakia, some man should guide me. He desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. And the place of the scriptures which he read was this: He was led as a sheep to the slaughter, and like a lamb dumb before his shedder, so open he not his mouth. All right, but that was talking about the Lord Yahweh Shah. All right, because it said that when he was brought before Pilate, he didn't speak. All he said was, "Thou seest." That's all the Lord would say, man. And he said that when he told him, "Yeah, I have the power to basically do away with you," he said that you will have no power over me except it was given from above, because it was prophecy that it had to go down. The Lord had to go up on the cross. But yeah, man, somebody has to guide you, man. Somebody has to teach you. All right, and you have to humble down and listen, because you don't know anything. When I first came in, I didn't know anything, but you gotta be humble and listen. And that's a lot of our people's problem, man. You ask a lot of our people, you read the Bible, you all read the Bible, and you bring a scripture out on them, they don't know what it's talking about. Or they'll try to flip it. Well, what's your interpretation? I know what it means, but what do you think it means? Especially the old Israelites, especially you old niggas, man. All right? You old bottles. All right? This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, which Yahweh gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass, which is what the prophecies, and people seeing it now. People are seeing these prophecies are coming to pass. And he sent and sanctified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bare record of the word of Yahweh and of the testimony of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, and of all things that he saw. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of his prophecy. Right, and the Most High also have to give you that understanding, give you the spirit to understand. Right, because it said, "Blessed is he that readeth." You can read the Bible all day, but again, you won't understand it if you just sit down and try to read Daniel 7 or 8 or even Genesis 1 and 1. If you sit down and read that and you haven't been taught, a man hasn't guided you or taught you, all right, you wouldn't know anything about Allahayim. You wouldn't know anything about, you would think that the Most High did all the work. All right, which the Most High just laid down the blueprint, and the Lord Yahweh Shah and the angels did all the work. But if you read Genesis 1 and 1 and the man, you haven't been taught, all right, I'm not saying this proudly, but if you read Genesis 1 and 1, all right, and you haven't been taught, Hebrew, if you haven't been taught, basically the Hebrew, basically how to read the scriptures, all right, then you would think that's talking about the Most High. Then you would be confused. Because then the scriptures say that let us make man in our image. But it says God. It says the God that created the heavens and the earth. But again, that word there is Elohim, which is talking about the Lord Yahweh Shai and the angels. But you wouldn't know that if a man didn't teach you. You sit down and just read the Bible for yourself and try to get it for yourself, you would be confused. Because say, wait a minute, it says God right there, but then it said, let us make man in our image. So there was more than one person speaking. More than one person there making everything. All right? But you would get confused. That's why you have to have the Lord set up teachers. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein. For the time is at hand. Right, for the time is at hand, and the world knows that. That's why Bible sales always are among the top, but is always the bestseller, and especially now more than in these times. Like when Katrina went down, Bible sales went through the roof. I remember that. When that Hurricane Katrina went down, that devastated New Orleans, all right, Louisiana, Bible sales went through the roof. And people are seeing that things are going to get worse, and people are turning to the Bible. A lot more of our people, and Edomites too, are trying to run to the Bible, all right, or trying to get the understanding of the Bible. But again, the Lord set up men to teach, and you have to follow those men. You have to follow the correct men, the correct group, which are the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. All right. So that's pretty much it. Again, I just been noticing a lot of these YouTubers or whatever have been trying to break down scriptures, and a lot of them watch the elders. Like one guy, he used the brothers up in New York, a little compilation video they did. I noticed that he used what's the guy's name? I forget the guy's channel name, but he used one of the elders. Some of the elders up in New York. Their combination video that they did showed a bunch of different clips and scriptures with it. All right, and I knew it was one of the elders up in New York video, because at the end of it, it always has the Lord's name. What looks like I think it's the rainbow, and a picture of the Lord Yahweh Shai and all of that. But then when the end of the video, he hurry up and click that out. All right, so people out there are watching, man, and a lot of these people are learning from the elders. But again, they're just, a lot of them are proud, and a lot of them know that what starting with the elders and the apostles are saying is true, and they know the end game, what the end game is. Them going, a lot of these Edomites, them going into slavery in the nation of Israel under our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, ruling the planet Earth. All right, so with that, that's pretty much it. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, to belongers to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you brothers pushing this truth and sincerity. With that, I'm going to say shalom.